Welcome back to listen to the story of the village girl from the slopes of the Ostrich Mountain. This is chapter 5 of her story, and chapter 5 is about the village dispensary. The village dispensary was built on top of the undulating scenery of the village, just a few meters from the village icon, the Mogumo tree. It overlooked the Mogumo tree and the village shops. The dispensary was also the village second static GPS, and from its location, one could direct a visitor on where to go if they were lost while crisscrossing the village. It was a landmark of the village. This village dispensary was a small house with 2 rooms and a reception. There was also an extended terrace. Those who needed the doctor's word on their ailments sat on the hard wooden benches in this terrace and waited patiently for their turn to be served. The outside of this life-saving dispensary was painted black and white. On its side stood an extended house where the doctor's family spent their days. The dispensary was famous for its jabs and first aid, and the villagers that needed the jabs immediately had to rush to the village doctor. For example, if the villager stepped on nails left carelessly, pointing their sharp edges towards the heavens, or they got trapped under barbed wires while trespassing a prohibited shortcut and got injured, their crushing pain would make them run to the village dispensary, and the doctor would give them jabs to prevent tetanus and other unwelcome germs from striking their bodies. These jabs were no fun, as they made their recipients scream out of pain and fear. Sometimes their screams sounded like good music, and this entertained those in the queue waiting for their turn to see the village doctor. From the windows of the village dispensary, one could hear the cries of little children as well as of adults who were so scared of the injection's needle. They could not allow that injection to be given to them without a fight. I must mention that everything was so clean in this dispensary. There were no big diseases then. Pupils from the local primary school and students from the village high school, neatly looking in their school uniforms, found a place to go and get relief from whatever was troubling their health. Everything worked so smoothly, and the service chain was so clear in this village dispensary. The village dispensary had an open big compound where there were no fences at all. The village cows and goats would go and graze in this compound, and the children would go and play ball, rat, and cat games, while adults would trespass through the dispensary compound carrying heavy loads on their backs, shoulders, or on their heads. This is because for some of the villagers, the dispensary's compound provided a shorter route to their homes. The village dispensary still stands today, and its status has been changed. What has remained in our childhood memories is the name of our loved and trusted village doctor. He was a wise man and did his job very well. This is the end of chapter 5. Thank you for listening. Welcome back to listen to chapter 6 soon. I thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.